Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk today about how we should save Australia Day, and I'm going to say it, Save Australia Day. Yes, it happened on January 26th, and it happened the day British settlers arrived in Australia. And many of these settlers oppressed, and a lot of times killed or raped the Aboriginal population, which they shouldn't have done, and that in itself was a disgrace. But let me explain this, okay? Australia Day has been celebrated on January 26th for a long time now, and the people that celebrate it don't celebrate genocide. They celebrate what a great country Australia is in the present day, and many Australians want all Australians to come together on that day and to celebrate what a great country Australia is in the present. And Australia has a strong economy. They have a strong middle class. Their poverty problem is probably way less than in the United States. Now, if you want to make it really big, it's hard to in Australia. That's why Australians who want to become really wealthy, they go to America and get dual citizenship. But as far as the poverty problem, it's pretty low in Australia. Their military is just as efficient as the U.S. military. I bet it's smaller. And you can freely protest Australia Day in Australia. You can vote in Australia. Okay, you can protest Australia Day without being persecuted nowadays. And Aboriginals nowadays, because of the long history of oppression that they faced, they get extra aid and check and affirmative action from the government. That's progress. Okay? Also, just 54% of Indigenous Australians favor a date change. It's not just, it's slightly over half, yes, but it's not that much over half. Okay? Most Indigenous Australians have mixed feelings about Australia Day, but most of them, they don't want to eliminate Australia Day. They just want a date change, but I don't think the date change should happen, because let me explain why, okay? White Australians were oppressed too, okay? Most of the white Australians that lived there, their ancestors were not the British settlers that did what they did. Most of their ancestors came to Australia in chains and in shackles and in handcuffs. Australia, for the longest time, was a British prison colony, so for the mentally ill or for the prisoners. So basically, a lot of them are ancestors or descendants of Britain's undesirables. Okay, but the white Australians were not bitter, and then they became independent from the UK in 1901, but they decided to still keep close ties with the UK as they do now. Now the US and New Zealand are New Zealand's their number one friend, US is their number two friend, but they still keep strong ties with the UK, and they keep the Union Jack in the top left corner of their flag. So that shows that they're not bitter. They believe that English common law and English democracy help their country as well, even though it should have never been a prison colony. So lots of people in history do things that they're not proud of, but look at what Australia has become, and that's what the celebration of Australia Day is to celebrate what a great country Australia is in the present day. Anyways, save Australia Day. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.